So everybody on this side of the room, this side, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to leave the room.
Do you want me to leave? I will.
Yes, please. Yeah. So everybody on this side of the room, I would like everybody to leave the room right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'll come out and I'll speak to you in a moment. I'm going to speak to you in a moment. Good. So, Luke, if you would like to entertain our guests for a few moments, that'd be fantastic. You've met a lot of different people here today. Looks like you're enjoying yourself and you've built a lot of rapport. When you go through life building rapport, you raise people's self-esteem, you raise their level of self-worth, and they start to open up doors for you to places where you could never have thought you could go before. So when you meet somebody, your role is to build instant rapport. So you've learned how to use your physiology today, haven't you? You've learned to stand next to people. You understand proximity. You've shaken people's hands and you've realised that everybody does something differently. You've understood the tone of voice. Hi! And you can adapt and you can respond really fast. And when we meet people, we can just discover what's important for them. So in a moment, your role is to build rapport when they come back in the room. Ask questions about them, ask about their business, ask about what their outcome is for business. Get them talking about themselves. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Good. So I'll be back in a few moments. Use all of these skills, but be very stealthy with them. If they cross their arms, don't go like this. If they put their hands on the hips, don't do that. Just give them a little bit of time. 15, 20 seconds, match and mirror. It's like water skiing. We go out, we cut across the wake, we go out, and it's a nice, what would we call that? A nice flow, an ebb and a flow. So think about how you can build rapport and then use those strategies in a moment. Shh, come in. Okay, tiptoe. So you've learned how to build rapport, correct? You learn how to match and mirror. You've learned how to use your tone of voice. High, low, fast, slow. You've already learned that? Yes?
Yes.
Good. Would you like to know how to lose business and alienate people?
Yes.
Would you like to learn how to do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's important to learn it.
So you avoid it.
So you avoid it. Because we do these silly things each and every day that cost us business and we don't even realise that we're missing out. So I want you to be very intentional in this exercise. I want you to first of all go in, build conversation with one person. And I want you to match and mirror their physiology, understand how close is close enough, shake their hand, ask them questions about their outcomes. If they ask you questions about your outcomes, freely share that information. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Then after about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to make that, what's that sound, Jason, on the cup?
Dinging.
The ding. The ding. The ding-a-ding-ding. I'm going to do a ding. And that's your signal to alienate these people. If they're speaking really low, just start speaking really high. If they're speaking really slowly, just start speaking really fast. Totally change the way that you're standing, get close to them. And continue the conversation, but just change your physiology. How does that feel? We were friends before, weren't we?
Feels uncomfortable now.
What are we
I feel like we're a bit too friendly now.
We're friends for what?
Anything. I've already primed them to talk about you, to talk about your outcomes. And just notice what happens. Notice that feeling. Notice what happens. Even if you feel like you just want to take a couple of steps away and go back to your bag and leave them hanging there, do that. But the purpose is to make them feel very uncomfortable. But you can continue the conversation, but just change what you're doing. And watch it, because we do these little things from moment to moment. They don't know what you're going to do. Okay? So I'll get them to stand up and meet you. So Luke, 30 seconds, bring them in. Okay, 30 seconds. Any questions?
So you're kind of to be open to us, yeah?
Okay, so our friends are going to come back in a moment. So if you'd like to stand up, greet them when they come in, and find somebody to speak with and engage them about what's important for them. So let's find our people. Okay, let's rock and roll. Okay, welcome. Come on, you guys know each other. Talk about your outcomes, talk about your goals, talk about your objectives. Find someone to talk to. Good. Let's roll. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry, excuse me.
Specific products they want.
So we'll get these ones ready as well. We'll do eye patterns, so just leave eye patterns there for me. I was having fun. I was banging the drum.
I loved it.
Okay.
When I came
Okay, thank you very much. Good job. Okay, let's take a seat. Wow. What happened? Let's check in with Matt Alderton. Matt Alderton, what happened?
Oh, someone could shoot that.
What happened between you and Muller? What happened to the relationship?
Oh, he just stopped talking to me. I got one-word answers back, and
How did that make you
then he
feel?
mocked me for laughing.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's like almost like it was a stitch-up.
What happened?
It's like it was a setup.
But what did he do?
What did he do?
What changed?
His whole demeanour changed.
How?
He folded his arms.
He folded his arms in front of you.
I know.
You folded your arms in front of Matt. That's a.
Very aggressive.
How were you sitting before?
I just palmed his lap and open, and he was communicating with me,
Yep.
and then he just stopped.
And he folded his arms.
Yeah.
He folded his arms. You poor thing.
Really aggressively.
Aggressively?
Really aggressively folded.
How's your level of self-esteem and self-worth?
I got awkward. Yeah.
Gets awkward and he crossed his arms. Matt, we need to talk. Interesting. What happened over here? When you were speaking to somebody, did something strange happen?
Charlie came into my personal space.
Charlie came to your personal space. How close?
Pretty close.
Were you still talking?
I tried to.
You tried to.
You know me, I'll keep talking. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. It's fine.
And what happened to you?
Folded her arms.
She folded her arms.
I'm in the same boat when I
How did it make you feel?
not very comfortable at the time.
But You've been here all day, but she folded her arms and she got closer.
Yeah, pretty close.
Holy
She
shit.
kissed.
Kevin?
Not into that time.
Well, I had a lovely conversation.
Did anything change?
I don't think I did a very good job.
Good. Kyle?
Yeah, you have to ask my friends over there.
Yeah,
Vikash?
he started breaking out of rapport, and we had a lot of good rapport, and he started looking away,
He looked
that's when I started noticing that something's,
he looked away.
he looked away, and then he sent me right back, and then he disappeared.
He looked away. Oh my gosh. You're a bad man, Kyle. You looked away. Sarah, who were you talking to?
Carla?
And what happened to Carla?
Not much. I actually changed my tone. She actually followed me. And then I just was sending a report.
Okay.
Sorry guys, let the team down.
Somebody folding their arms, crossing their arms in a conversation can make you feel uncomfortable. What does that tell you about the importance of having rapport and understanding what's happening with your body? Imagine if that was a business conversation and you folded your arms and you lost the deal.
It is just being distracted by your phone, I think. You
As
could
easy
do it
as
like that, couldn't you?
Looking away.
Wow.
It's nothing worse than going out and somebody's just checking their phone consistently. Nothing worse than somebody looking away, isn't it, Vikash? It's horrible. And Matt, don't cross your arms in front of Matt for the rest of the day. So this is how we lose business and alienate people. And it happens very quickly. So now you know what not to do.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
If your client has started to do that initially, wouldn't you want to lead that gesture as well, and then bring him out of that?
So people will shift their bodies from moment to moment, and we want to observe the pattern. So if that's comfortable for them, and we can then fold our arms like them and build rapport, do that. If they suddenly put their hands down and that looks comfortable for them, then after some period of time, you can drop your arms down and you'll stay in rapport. But from moving the hands from the lap to folding them, it sends out a totally different message. So we've just got to be very mindful at every moment. If you're working via Zoom or Skype, so important to be mindful of this as well, because they're still picking it up. Good exercise? Excellent, good.